Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Bears at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Touchdown! Jamison Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
In motion comes the tight end left. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Fields. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Bring it, baby, bring it!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He's not going to get me. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Back to throw here. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tart. And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let's go one more.
Now it's Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Mike 26. All day, baby, all day.
On 1st down, Fields. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Get out the field, defense. 46 the ball. 46 the ball. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
A shotgun snap, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Let's get that
Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it'll bring up third down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here we go. 33, yellow.
Left, watch left. Too little.
Black ultra.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Fields on first down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet, 47 yards. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. On the move past the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw again. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 36 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And some room to work. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion left, that's Cooper. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to have the Bears' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw is Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen,
Touchdown, Detroit! Jamison Williams, 51 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Set, ready, 33, yellow. Set, put.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Okay, ready? You, yellow.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. I got 43's the mic. Come on.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check the Ricky. Hey, check Mike 21,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Third and long. It's Fields. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, two good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw, and I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
And here we go on fourth down, Fields. And now here is another interception. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check, like 21. Move. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey,
they'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Bring it. Hey, check, like 21.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. Going left side, it's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
I'm going back to you.
Cooper will come in motion right.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a first down throw, Fields. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.